guys, so I am in the Eco right now. We're gonna take it for a test drive, see how the lifted struts and the I don't know if they're into monotube shocks that he has in the rear, but not the coilover kit. We're just gonna test it out, see how it rides. We are gonna take it on a kind of a crappy road. I guess most roads in Wisconsin are crappy, but this one is especially bad. It's got a lot of like patches and potholes and stuff like that. So we're really gonna put it to the test to see how it rides. Other than that, I mean, I just pulled out of the work parking lot. So far, it's riding pretty good. I noticed that the tires are pretty noisy, which, I mean, I'm used to it because my truck is like that too. But, I mean, it's fairly decent for not being the coilover kit. I mean, we did go over a couple bumps already, and I don't really have any complaints. All right, so we just turned onto the road that is very poor. There's the first bump. We're gonna hit the next one here. It's not bad. Hitting a couple more. I mean, any lifted truck, you're gonna have a little bit of jump when you hit potholes. Like that. I'm trying to hit these on purpose too, just to get like an actual. Okay. Honestly, it's not terrible. Like, I take my truck on here and it jerks the wheel. Like, still jerks it a little bit, but it's nothing crazy. It's very, very easy to handle. Like, I'm only using one hand and I can control it very, very well. So we got off that bumpy road with all the potholes and patches and stuff like that. So with any lifted truck that is basically modified, you could have a leveling kit or 3-inch, 4-inch, 6-inch, 8-inch like this one is. I mean, you are gonna feel bumps a little bit more than you would if the truck was stock and it had all the OEM parts on it. Other than that, for what this truck is, I'm actually decently impressed. Shout out to Rough Country. I mean, they make an awesome lift kit. So overall, I mean, out of 10, I would still give the lifted Strut, honestly, I'd probably give it like a solid 7.5 to 8. Now we're gonna jump over to Biggs driving my truck.
All right, so I took one full turn and drove down the road a bit. My initial reactions are, I think that they ride pretty much equally, in my opinion, even with his Add-A-Leaf and his 1/2 inch more of lift in the front. But I haven't been on a bumpy road yet, and we're just about to go down that. So we'll see how it handles bumps, because theoretically it should dampen them a little bit better just because of the coilovers. Yeah, we're about to hit a bump here. I personally think, after hitting those craters in the Wisconsin roads, that, yeah, I think it rides pretty nice, if I'm being honest. All right, so my thoughts about this kit are, I personally think if you have the extra money, definitely invest into it, because the coilovers will give you a little bit better of a ride. But with that being said, I know that my lift struts are also a great alternative for the price point. If you don't have the extra money, don't be afraid to go with your lift struts, because driving on those roads just right there, I think mine would handle those roads pretty equally. Probably not as great, but you just have to keep in mind that you are still driving a lifted truck in the end. I think they're pretty equal. If I had to rate this, I'd probably rate it 8.5, 8 for the kit. For the price and for everything that you get in this kit, I think that it really hits it well, and I think that it's pretty comparable, if I would have to say. But yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on it. I think it is a great kit, and Rough Country nailed it with the Vertex kit, in my opinion. I would say that it rode pretty well, given the 2-inch added in the front and the Add-A-Leaf in the back. I think if you guys want a great all around affordable kit, Rough Country does it for you. Gave it an 8.5, and I don't think you can go wrong with it. So if you guys are looking to get a lift, Rough Country is a great option.